I mean, there's a lot of things that cause network marketers to give up and quit their business. It's sad. I hate it. I hate seeing people say, I've got this big why. I've got this dream. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this to retire my spouse. I want all these amazing things. But then days later, after saying that, even after writing it down, days later, they quit their business. So why is it? How can somebody have such important goals and important reasons and this big why? How can they quit? Isn't that just a provocative question? Like, how is that possible? Maybe somebody's watching this video right now and they're one of the quitters. It doesn't feel good to be a quitter unless you're quitting smoking, unless you're quitting gambling, unless you're quitting cheating on your spouse. There's some things you should quit. But not quitting on the very thing that could be the vehicle that can take you where you really want to go in your life. So let me address that today. I want to talk about, why do recruits quit the business? Not you, okay? This can pertain to you as well, but why are the people you're recruiting, why are they not pursuing the business? Why are they not sticking with it? Why are they quitting? I'll give you a couple reasons here. Number one is because of you. You recruited them and then you stop recruiting them. Meaning they signed up, they paid money to start their business. And you're like, yes, I got to recruit. Yay me, I got to recruit. And then you're like, okay, that person's going to go on and build a big business and make me a lot of money. I'm going to go recruit my next person that's going to go out and make me a lot of money. It's just unfortunate that somebody who is a recruiter doesn't understand the importance of being a good sponsor. There's a difference between recruiting and sponsoring. Recruiting is selling somebody on the idea of paying their money and signing a form and getting into a company. But that's not going to create success. Somebody who joins a network marketing business, some people have never been an entrepreneur. It's their first foray into entrepreneurship. They don't know anything about running a business. They don't have self-discipline. They don't know what it takes to have the initiative to get started with it and do something with it every day. And so when you recruit somebody into your company, it's important to not only be a good sponsor and to make sure that you are with them step by step along the way and do it with them, but you also can't stop recruiting them. Yes, the product made sense to them. So like, yeah, I want to be a customer. I'll try it out. Oh, there's money to be made? Well, I can use money. I'll throw my hat in the ring and I'll try this little home-based business thing, selling it and see if I can make some money. It's a lottery for them. It's like, let me try. Let me give it a shot. Let me run it by 3 or 4 people, and if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. Because how easy is it to get into a network marketing business? I'm in. How easy is it to get out? I'm out. Oh, they don't even need to say those words, I'm out. They just leave. They just ghost you. They disappear, right? Anybody ever been ghosted before? But here's the problem. You recruited them. They signed up, they paid their money. And then you moved on from the recruiting process. But I want to make a very important factual statement to you right now that hopefully you'll never forget. You're never done recruiting them. At least not until they're making a very significant full-time income from the business. See, when somebody signs up with you as a new recruit, they've done nothing more than signed a written permission slip for you to keep recruiting them. Because every day, every hour that ticks by, once they've joined you, they're closer and closer and closer to quitting the business. Every hour that goes by that they're not signing another person up and not making some more money from their business, they're losing interest. Their belief and excitement was way up here. But every day that goes by, that belief and that excitement wanes. And so you've got to continue to re-recruit that person, to keep selling them on how amazing the product is, how amazing the opportunity is, why they need a leveraged income, why they need residual income, what's going to happen if and when they build the business and let the compound effect over time build up to a point where they now have $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month in income. You have to keep on reselling them on the vision, reselling them on the product, reselling them on the company and the mission behind it and what this business is going to do for them. You have to keep re-recruiting your recruits. until they go full-time, until they quit their job, and this is all they do, and they're making full-time money doing it. At that point, you don't need to keep on recruiting that person anymore, because now they're kind of recruited, like they're counting on their income from this business. But everybody else that you've recruited that are not full-time, they're not making full-time money from it, you have to keep re-recruiting them over and over and over again. Right? People don't go to church on Sundays to find their faith. They go there each week to reinforce their faith, to strengthen their faith, to keep being resold on their faith, because they might have had 6 days in between where somebody in their family got sick, or got a bad diagnosis, or maybe they lost their job, or maybe they're filing bankruptcy, or maybe their spouse is leaving them, and they start questioning their faith. But when they go to church on Sunday, they get resold, re-recruited into their faith. And so that's the way our business works, you guys. Another reason why people will quit the business is unmet expectations. When they were recruited, maybe you or somebody said to them that the business was going to be easy. But it's not. It's simple. How hard is it to send out a video to somebody, or invite somebody to a Zoom presentation, or to show somebody, a brochure over a cup of coffee? It's not hard, or give a sample of a product. It's not hard to do, okay? But I wouldn't say it's easy. It's simple to do, but it's not easy. So maybe their unmet expectation was that they would be very successful with hardly lifting a finger. But that was just a wrong picture that was painted for them. And that might be your fault. It might be somebody's fault, but it is what it is. Or maybe they were led to believe that within a few days or a few weeks that they would be making thousands of dollars a month. And if that doesn't happen, the expectation that they had for however they got the expectation, whether it's anybody's fault or not, they believed that they'd be making a lot of money very quickly. And when it doesn't happen, they get disappointed. They say, oh, this is a scam. I knew I shouldn't have trusted them. This business doesn't work, and they leave. So either you stopped recruiting them, or the expectations that they had needed to be recalibrated. So I would encourage you to make sure that you keep on re-recruiting all of your personal recruits and all of your team recruits. I mean, as a leader, are you reaching down on your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, 20th level and talking to those people, asking them about their family, asking them about their career, asking about what's wrong in their life and what they're trying to solve for, and how they see this business solving those issues, and what they see in their future because of this business, and why are they doing this, and maybe they'll tell you about why they want to put their kids in a better school, or they want to retire their parents from their jobs, or whatever their why is. Find out their why, and then resell them on your company vision and the product and the compensation plan and the vision for what that person is going to do, building their business, and how you're going to help them. Keep re-recruiting all of your people. And if you find that they're getting disappointed because their expectations are not being met, maybe recalibrate those expectations so that they're more reasonable and that they can accomplish some. See, if they're like, hey, I'm here because I got to make 20 grand a month. Well, that's not happening anytime soon. But what if you can say, hey, look, let's make $200 this week. And then we'll make $500 the next week. And then let's see if we can get this thing up to a couple $1,000s a month. And then we'll scale it. And we'll teach other people on your team how to do the same thing we just did with you. And now you got some traction. And now you're going to $5,000 a month because you've done it. Now you've taught some people on your team to do the same. And then we can take you to 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 100, wherever you want to go with it. But again, keep re-recruiting people. Monitor the expectations. Recalibrate and reset them as needed to make sure that they are on a path where they can actually collect victories immediately and consistently along the way. One of the things I like to do when I'm having one of these conversations, I resold them on the dream, I re-recruited them, I talk about their expectations and what they want to accomplish right away, and we have a game plan. And we get off with a call to action. When that call ends, they know they're going to go do X. They're going to go, contact 3 people and invite them to a Zoom that we're going to do that night. So we can get somebody to sign up. We can get them a commission check in their pocket, that belief check, to build their belief way back up again. And once they got that belief check and now they're re-excited and they believe even more about what they're doing, now the next time you have another call to action, they're going to go invite 3 more to a Zoom. And instead of 1 getting on, maybe 2 will get on because they invited with a different level of belief. This is super, super important, these topics that we're talking about here today. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is when your goals become so important and your activities become non-negotiable, you'll finally see your success appear. Now, what am I saying? What I find is that people don't have goals that are very important. They think they do, but if you've got a why that sounds good to say, but you're not doing your daily activities, you're not even doing 2 a day, much less talking to 5 or 10 prospects, not even doing 2 new prospect exposures a day. If you're not doing that, but yet you're working 8 hours a day at a job, and you're spending time on all this other shit in your life, but you're not even doing 2 exposures for the very business that you know, maybe you don't know, hopefully you know that this very network marketing business is your key to freedom. It is the one vehicle that can take you to where you want to go with light at the end of the tunnel, where your job it got you living check to check on a perpetual treadmill going nowhere fast for the rest of your life. Now, hopefully you have that awareness. Now, if you don't have that awareness, then we need to help you get that right now, okay? Your job ain't going to solve your issues. You keep on doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. So hopefully you understand that your job is not what you should be focused on. Yes, keep your job. Yes, do your job and do it well, but you've got to carve out, make time. I don't have time. Don't tell me you don't have time. That pisses me off. Make time. You're doing this for your parents, you're doing this for your kids, you're doing this for your spouse. Who are you doing it for? Well, don't spit in their face by saying, oh, well, those things are important, but I can't make time for 20 minutes a day. That's a contradiction. It's hypocrisy. Oh, my kids are of the utmost importance to me. I need to succeed for my kids, but yet I can't spend 20 minutes a day doing the very business activity I need to succeed, to win for my kids. Do you understand that contradiction and how crazy that sounds? How Looney Tune that makes somebody sound when they say those kind of things, where they say, I don't have time to build my business? Look, when your goals are so important and your activities become non-negotiable, then your success happens. When I say non-negotiable, when you block out, I say time blocking is everything. If you're going to do it from like 5 to 6, or you can do it from 8 to 9 at night, or you're going to do it Saturday mornings from 9 to 10, whatever, time block several times throughout the week. An hour a day, half hour a day, whatever it's going to be. And give it as much as you can. Don't be like, well, I'll do an hour a day. And then if you have more time, do more time. Be obsessed. Grant Cardone says, be obsessed or be average. Don't settle for the minimum. If you're on a roll, when your alarm goes off and, oh, I'm done my hour. Okay, I did my duty. Okay, now I'm going to go watch TV. No. Screw TV. Go do it until you can't do it. Do it until your kid needs you. Do it until your boss needs you back at work, or whatever, right? So when you become non-negotiable and that time block is blocked, like your spouse can't call you out of it, your friends can't say, hey, let's go play golf, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm my own boss. I can just get back to this later on. No, you can tell your golf buddies, hey, I can golf later, but I'm working right now from 3 to 4. I've got a project I've got to do right now. As an entrepreneur, as a network marketer, it's easy to say yes to everything, because you can always just say no to your network marketing success. So it's super, 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 super important that your goals become non-negotiable, and therefore your activity has got to become non-negotiable. That is what's going to set you apart from all the other network marketers that are struggling and saying, oh, well, why isn't the business working for me? Because they're not following what we're talking about here. Now, sometimes people will ask about, should I quit my job? Will I only succeed in network marketing if I go full time? And the answer is a big fat no. You don't quit your job until you've got so much momentum in your network marketing business, until you're making full-time money from your part-time business. At that point, you should say, okay, it doesn't make any sense to keep my job, trading my time for yet another paycheck when I'm making plenty of money from my own business as an entrepreneur in network marketing, I don't need my job anymore. At that point, you say bye to your boss and hello to your complete freedom. But warning, when you quit your job and you no longer have a boss, remember, you still have a boss. You're going to have to be your own boss. Your calendar is going to be your boss. Your goals are going to be your boss. Because it's very easy to say, well, I had a structured life at my job. My boss told me when I needed to be there, when I was allowed to go home, how many sick leave days I could take, how many vacation days I can take. My boss basically dictated all that. And now that I don't have that anymore, what does that now look like? Well, that freedom could be your worst enemy. Because when you can say yes to all the distractions, you can be watching all the football games, you can be going outside and going for a run whenever you feel like it, running errands, hanging out with the kids, going out on date nights 4 nights a week. I mean, all the kind of goodness that we all want to have. We all want to do those things. It's easy to start living the life before you built the life. You got to build it first. You got to build a downline. You got to build leaders. You got to build an organization that's throwing off leveraged passive cash flow. And then you can start taking that time freedom to smell roses. But in the meantime, look, it's not or, it's and. You don't need to choose between entrepreneurship and your job. Keep your job. Build your business on the side. Jim Rohn always said, you work hard all day at your job to earn a living, but you should be working spare time, nights and weekends, building your fortune. So you have your job part-time. On the side, you've got your side hustle. And as long as you continue to be consistent in building that side hustle, not like a couple days and then you disappear for a week and you come back. You can't do the on-off thing. That will never work. You might sell a couple products, you might make a couple bucks, but you're not going to build a business. You're never going to have passive cash flow. You're never going to have a team that's going to go out there and generate a lot of sales and make a bunch of money for you if you're not personally, consistently showing up every day. Doesn't have to be all day every day. It has to be at least a little bit every day. Is it worth it? Well, you're putting this much in your job every single day, and it ain't worth it. Put this much into your network marketing business every single day, consistently over time, and it will give you the lifestyle that you really want, the one that your job can never give. Now, let me also give some advice to you, because network marketing is an interesting animal. People get into network marketing because they say, hey, this is great. I can go out and sell this product and make a bunch of money. But what they fall in love with is the opportunity to recruit other people and build a downline team where you're getting paid an override on sales that other people are making that you're not. And you wake up every single day and you got these deposits coming in and yay team, you guys are selling a lot of product. That's awesome. And I'm getting paid all this money. It's amazing. And it's easy to think that because the business is real simple to do, that you can go out and recruit somebody and plug them in, and they're going to go out there and they're going to go become successful, and you're going to override all their success. But the reality is that network marketing in sponsorship is a partnership. Most people never get that. It's a partnership. So when I recruit somebody to join my business, I don't look at them as, oh, great, I got a recruit, and now they're going to go out there and add more volume and make me more money. I look at that person in the eye. I tell them that I am here for them. I tell them that they're not in business by themselves, that they share with me what their goals are. And when they do, I let them know that you show up, I show up. You want to hit your goals, then guess what? Your goals, your why is now my goals, my why. We're going to do this together. And I tell them that their success equals my success. If they do nothing, then we both make nothing. If they make a fortune, then I get paid a little piece and we are both happy. So, but it's a partnership. So it's like workout partners. Like if we're supposed to meet at the gym later on today, if they don't show up, I'm mad. If I don't show up, they're mad. It's a partnership, right? So if we don't have this agreement, if we don't have this conversation with each person when we recruit them, to explain to them how that works, then it's lost on them. And you're going to find that a lot of your recruits are not going to perform. They're not going to show up. They're not going to build their business. And they don't think anything of it because they're like, hey, I don't care. It's my business, so it doesn't affect anybody else. But yes, it does affect other people. Because when you recruit them, you're committing to them. And you're counting on them. And you're going to invest your time and energy into them, expecting a return, expecting them to show up and leverage the energy and time that you're giving and investing into them and create success that you'll both share in. So, but again, most people don't understand the network marketing model. That's not how they're wired. They don't understand. They're not programmed that way. So that conversation as a sponsor, you need to have. Paint the vision of the partnership and say, hey, how would you feel if you're excited about your business, but you cannot reach me? You have a 3-way call you need because somebody's got some questions, but I don't answer my phone. If I am not here to support you, will you be upset? Yes, you will, and you should be, because it's a partnership. And on the flip side, it is a partnership, and I'm going to invest a lot of time and energy and focus away from my family, away from other people on the team, into you. And so if you don't show up to our team call, if you don't come to the event, if you're not doing some regular prospecting and building your business, then guess what? All of that time and energy that I took from elsewhere and invested into you, it was worthless. It was wasted. And should I be upset? Yes, just as you would be upset when you start pouring that energy into people that you're bringing aboard. So let's have this partnership agreement. Let's lock arms. Let's build this business together, and we will succeed together, because we will succeed or we will fail together. It's two people here. All it takes is one of us to not show up, and we both fail. And it's not fair to either of us. Are you ready to rock and roll? Can we go out and win and kick butt together? All right, let's do it. That's the kind of agreement that you want to articulate to every new person that joins your team. And when you do that, you're going to have a more committed person that's going to be more non-negotiable about building their business, showing up to the partnership, doing the activity, and being along for the journey all the way at the top. Hey, Brian Carruthers here, your favorite network marketing coach and author of Building an Empire. Hopefully you enjoyed the free content I gave you today to help you further grow your network marketing income. If you liked what you saw, definitely head over to empirebuildersvault.com. I've got training programs that I've actually created over the last several years. One, Top Recruiter Secrets, to teach you everything about how to be a top recruiter in your company. Secondly, locker room training, 5 intensive hours where we get in the locker room, we take the gloves off, and I can actually get, quite frankly, in your face about how to get raw and real, to uncover any roadblocks you might be having to help you succeed in your business. Network Marketing Leadership Academy, 6 hours of how to become a more effective leader and build a massive team. Time Masters for time management. Facebook for network marketers. I've got so much content I want you to get access to, and my Empire Builders Pro app. How would you like to be able to put your prospects into an email recruiting campaign that I have created that is generic, that will sell your prospects on why they need to become an entrepreneur in network marketing with your company? Go to empirebuildersvault.com and you can see how you can subscribe and start using that content and use those tools today.